Mecca before dawn. A narrow, dusty street is quiet, but it isn't safe. Across the pathway, sharp, jagged branches and refuse are being carefully laid out, creating an unavoidable hazard designed for one specific person. This cruelty belongs to an elderly woman. Though physically frail and struggling to walk, she is driven by a consuming, obsessive hostility toward Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Every day, she expends what little energy she has on this singular mission. She treats her malice as a mechanical grind, hunting for new ways to guarantee that his morning walk is defined by physical pain. The results are visceral. As he walks his normal route, the jagged thorns tear into his feet. He experiences the stinging reality of deep cuts and bleeding, turning a simple commute into a recurring ordeal. Her real power lies in her consistency. She has turned an obsessive psychological commitment into a physical obstacle that he must navigate every single morning. In 7th century Mecca, tribal honor was the primary social currency. If you were publicly disrespected or harmed, the society expected a swift, decisive retaliation to maintain your standing. He breaks this social contract with total silence. He clears the thorns without a word, never uttering a curse or plotting a countermove, even when his injuries are visible to everyone. This maps sabr, patient endurance. In a standard loop, hostility triggers immediate aggression. Sabr acts as a definitive boundary, neutralizing incoming energy. Onlookers' expectations of retaliation fail to breach this boundary. They struggle to reconcile this silence with their own understanding of honor, unable to comprehend why a man wouldn't simply crush a physically weaker tormentor. By refusing to retaliate, he maintains a strict internal compass. He refuses to let an external provocation dictate his own moral baseline. One morning, the pattern breaks. He walks his usual path, but the street is entirely clear. No thorns, no garbage, and no obstacles are waiting for him. This reprieve doesn't bring him relief. He stops in his tracks, feeling an immediate sense of concern for the person who spent months trying to hurt him. He begins asking the local residents for news. He learns that the woman hasn't been seen because she has fallen severely ill and is now confined to her bed. While others might view her sudden illness as a stroke of luck or a deserved punishment, he treats the news as an urgent call to help. He changes his direction immediately. He doesn't just ask about her welfare, he walks directly to her home, entering the private space of his most persistent enemy. This choice overrides the standard human instinct to find satisfaction in an enemy's misfortune. It sets the stage for a confrontation where the only weapon involved is compassion. The house is incredibly quiet and completely dark. The old woman is bedridden, burning with fever, and entirely stripped of the energy she once used to line the streets with thorns. A gentle knock at the door is followed by a quiet permission to enter. The door creaks open, and she sees the silhouette of the man she had spent her life trying to break. She is paralyzed by the realization that she is now entirely defenseless. In her mind, she braces for a brutal revenge, assuming he has finally come to settle the score while she cannot fight back. Instead, he speaks to her with profound kindness. He addresses her as Amma, mother, asking with genuine interest about her condition and how to help. He doesn't mention her past actions. He begins tending to her immediate needs, fetching water, adjusting her bedding, and offering the care she needs to survive her illness. By meeting her vulnerability with unearned mercy, he effectively disarms her. Her hatred was built on a version of him that his current actions are proving false. A framework built on malice is brittle. When her hostility is met with overwhelming, repeated kindness, the psychological justification for her hatred begins to fragment and dissolve. Her fear turns into an intense emotional release. She is overwhelmed by a sense of shame and regret, realizing the depth of the care she is receiving from the man she tried to mutilate. This diagram illustrates the shift in her perspective. As the logic of malice is replaced by unexpected care, the internal justification for her hostility begins to fragment. She realizes this behavior isn't driven by ego, but by a higher moral code. She recognizes that this level of character is not a common human trait. In that moment of realization, her long-standing enmity is extinguished. He cleared the physical thorns from the road every morning, but the more difficult labor was the patient extraction of the hatred rooted in her mind. This shift is permanent. Through her tears, the woman abandons her past enmity and declares her belief in his message, accepting Islam and finally recognizing him as the true messenger of God. Looking past the historical anecdote, this story provides a blueprint for how to approach modern conflict and interpersonal division. Real strength isn't demonstrated by matching an opponent's cruelty or by using your advantage to retaliate when they are at their weakest. Force can only suppress an enemy. It takes a different kind of power to transform an enemy into an ally through consistent character and empathy. As he quietly leaves her home, he leaves behind a powerful story that has lasted for over a millennium, the proof that answering cruelty with grace can rewrite a person's entire trajectory.